What's up, family? So I wanted just to have a authentic conversation. Let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comments below. Let's be honest for a second. Social media has changed the way we date, connect, and even see ourselves. And I'm not gonna lie to you, it's not all good. It's made dating confusing. It's made people addicted to attention, and it's created a culture where being real is rare and playing the game is the norm. But this isn't about blaming anyone. This is about understanding what's going on and what we can actually do about it. Because I've just been thinking about the overall landscape and the reality in this day and age that we're in. Just sitting there pondering and figure out just let off my authentic thoughts to you guys to have a conversation. So I'm 26 years old. Been dating throughout my 20s. Before Tinder blew up and before everyone had stories and DMs and fake lives on Instagram, I've seen the shift happen in real time and I felt it too. And there's this unspoken pressure now, like everyone is watching. You're not just dating someone, you're performing for a digital audience, and that changes everything. So let's talk the facts, right? A lot of guys are frustrated right now. They feel like no matter how loyal, how consistent, how solid they are, it's never enough. But the truth is, a lot of women feel the same. They feel used, objectified, replaced, ignored. And this isn't a men versus women problem, it's a cultural problem. It's what happens when an app becomes the middleman between two people trying to build something real. And I knew a girl, right? Just throwing out a name and just a name that pops to my head. We'll call her Erica. Cool vibe, smart, seemed ready to settle down. But every time she got into a relationship, it wouldn't last. Why? Because as things got quiet or slightly imperfect, she retreat to Instagram. And I usually have a saying where I like to focus on the good things, 98% of the good things about a person, then what's bad. But the moment she posted a cute pic and 25 guys hit her with the flame emojis and in her DMs asking her or she good, she started to second guess everything she already had. It wasn't that her boyfriend did something wrong. It's just a simple fact that it's that validation felt better in the moment than working through the discomfort. And I feel like it also builds a culture of why you have so many avoidant people, right? Because growth is not linear. It's ups and downs. And the scary part is, I feel like, and I'm speaking to the majority, not the minority, we are all getting high off of options. And it used to be if you were dating someone, you were focused. Now, one bad day, one argument or disagreement, I like to call it, not really argument. And it's, let me just open my DMs real quick. Let me just open my DMs real quick. I got backups. And this doesn't just hurt the relationship, it kills intimacy because no one's willing to sit in the hard moments anymore. Everyone's looking for the exit ramp. This is why we see so many situationships, quote unquote. You're not single, you're not together. You are just floating. There's no clarity, no commitment. And they say a person that doesn't commit to something doesn't commit to anything. So how can you really be successful in anything, right? But people are getting boyfriends and people are getting boyfriend and girlfriend benefits without showing up as actual significant others. And you have people calling each other partners this time. And from a business perspective, what usually happens when you're in a partnership? The ultimate goal is to focus on the business, not each other. Because the overall goal is having a partnership, ultimately having the intention to do what's right for the business so both parties benefits when it comes to a partnership, right? Has nothing to do with focusing on each other, which is a relationship, a significant with your significant other, boyfriend and girlfriend. And people are throwing around terms like a partner, and that's already misleading and already wrong in itself. But why? Because social media gives you just enough attention to avoid being alone, but never enough depth to grow. Now let's talk to the guys for a second. You ever been the dude who was doing everything right? Flowers, dates, loyalty, consistency, and she still seemed distant? Like she didn't really value it? It's not always about you, bruh. And sometimes she's comparing real love to a highlight reel of possibilities that aren't even real. And that hurts. But you can't fight for attention. You can only offer consistency and walk away when it's not respected, right? Now to the woman, to my ladies Mercedes out there. You are being sold a lie. You are told you don't need a man, focus on yourself. He should worship you or he's not good enough, right? But what does that leave you with? Endless options, no real connection, and a sense of emptiness that likes and comments cannot fix. Attention feels good, but it doesn't build a future. So the uncomfortable truth is here I'm here to say on both for both sides. If you want something real, you have to be real. That means being selective. That means looking at your own habits. And that means asking, am I emotionally available or just emotionally entitled? And a lot of people want love but are afraid of accountability. They want loyalty but they play games. The cycle never ends well. Let's keep it 100. That lifestyle, chasing attention, jumping from person to a person, it has an expiration date. Looks fade, DMs dry up, or direct messages to be more frank and more specific and direct instead of the abbreviation of saying DMs. People get tired, and one day you wake up and the game isn't fun anymore. That's when people start realizing they spend years avoiding real growth, real connection, and real healing. I've seen it many times. People hit 30 and suddenly want everything they used to make fun of: loyalty, peace, someone who sees them, but they never built the skills to sustain it. You know what the real flex is today? Not a blue verification check on your Instagram or formerly known as Twitter, now known as X. Not 100,000 followers, not a viral pic. A healthy relationship, a partner, right? You guys would say, but that's the wrong term to use. See, words have meaning. A significant other that respects you, not a partner. Loyalty in a world full of options. That's rare. That's powerful, but that's what we should be all aiming for, right? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And to the people doing it right, building, growing, showing up as their best selves, keep going. because they are the true blueprint. To the ones still playing games, still blaming others, still hiding behind filters and followers, you're not the villain, but you got work to do. We all got work to do because if you want something real, you have to become someone real. So here's what I leave you guys with: be honest about what you want, be intentional, be brave enough to walk away from what doesn't align, and work on yourself, not for attention, but for growth. And stop blaming a whole gender and focus on who you attract and why. If you're tired of the games and the confusion, the fake love, then start moving different. If this message spoke to you, let's keep the conversation going. Hit a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you're about building real relationships and not fake ones. Follow me on Instagram, you know, and for more real talk, and check the description when it comes to recapping this whole conversation I just had. So you actually get the context in its full entirety before you comment. Because I know a lot of individuals may emotionally comment without even understanding this conversation in its entirety. But stay real, stay grounded. And I see you at the top, family. Spread that peace, love, and positivity. With no further ado, peace.